I've lost more than anybody else that you've seen step in this ring. I've taken more L's and more losses than anybody that is going to step in this ring. Aaliyah, she had a number of issues, from brain damage to 150 to 175 seizures every day. And the last time I just came to her side and told her, you know, if you're tired of doing this, I just want you to know I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm not disappointed. I'm proud of you. And if you're tired, man, I understand. She passed away in my arms.
I've worked my whole entire life for this, 17 years straight. I buried my daughter in the process of trying to get this belt. I promised her that I'd become a world champion and that I'd bring her this title. And that's exactly what I'm gonna go back to Tennessee and do. Nashville, stand up!
In the back of my mind, you died. And I didn't even...
There was an accident on the highway, and that 3 people were injured, but there was only one fatality, and it was her. Just some guy being irresponsible, not paying attention. The baby's strapped in exactly as she's supposed to be. The guy bangs into the back of the car. She died at the scene. We barricaded in Killeen, Texas. I just remember her casket being so small. So small. I just remember her in the casket and just not understanding why stuff like that keeps happening. Why does stuff like this keep happening?
I used to go outside like Forrest Gump every day, running and cycling, no training plan. I didn't even know anything about endurance then. I just ran and I cycled because I believed that my daughter was in heaven, in the sky. So I believed I needed to be outside so she could always see her daddy. And then I remember just getting on my knees one day and saying to God, like, I've gave my last penny. I give all my time. I'm going through pain. Please give me something. Because I want to take her around the world and I want to create a better life for these kids. But I need something to be able to do that. And I stuck it out. And I stuck it out. And then people started believing and things started coming. And still to this day, I turn down 10 times the amount of money than I make. I turn down 10 times the opportunities than I take. But I always grab the right ones, and I grab the right ones with both hands. And I make sure that I'll rock it till the wheels fall off.
What the fuck do you do when you're depressed and you don't know what the fuck is going on with your life? I'm 23, I'm about to graduate. All these kind of good things are happening around me, but man, I ain't been more depressed in my life.
People talk about depression all the time. The difference between depression and sadness is just, you know, from happenstance. Whatever happened or didn't happen for you, or, you know, grief or whatever it is. And depression is your body saying, fuck you, I don't want to be this character anymore. I don't want to hold up this avatar that you've created in the world. It's too much for me.
And when I watch the Jordan documentary and I meet famous people that have succeeded at the highest levels, I go, how long were you happy for? Maybe a day, maybe 24 hours, and then what happens the next day? Back to the grind. It's not enough. Got the gold medal, back to the grind, back to the grind. It's never gonna be enough. Bourdain asked me for help. He asked me for help, like, he said, I'm fucking miserable. I'm miserable. How do you deal with this? You won't find a fucking person that will say a bad thing about him. That guy is he's so awesome. He's always looking out for you. He'll show up for you. Whatever you need, he'll take care of you.
He's an amazing guy. Very, very interesting guy. Very intense.
And so you can't find anyone, but I'm like, you're a fucking asshole, dude. You're an asshole. You murdered yourself. You murdered yourself. You killed someone. That person happened to be you, but you couldn't even show up for yourself.
Needed a name for the channel. I didn't want it to be my name because I didn't really like myself.
Is there anything I can do to help you? I'll give you a hug. Seems like you got a lot going on, man. It's all right. It's all right, man.
I hate to have to report this. The breaking news just into CNN is that actor Robin Williams is dead at the age of 63 from an apparent suicide.
You'd have survived every funky day you ever had. You survived every hater. You survived all the evictions. You survived the firings. You survived all the tell you no we ain't hiring. You survived all the trouble you ever been in. Your survival rate is 100%. 100%.
Don't look at him. Look at me. When you were in your lowest moment, and you were alone, I did not turn my face from you. I saw you under the fig tree.
You can see me. Get out of here, bub. And you matter, alright? There's always gonna be somebody that cares about you. And you're a good person, no matter what people say, you matter. Ignore them, they're losers. They're ding-dong ditching you. I'm just trying to say something nice. Like, I don't know what they're doing, they're running away and stuff. I'm just trying to say that you matter, man. Or girl. Whoever you are, you matter to someone. Just keep that in mind, don't forget that.
This talk I gave, and about 1,000 people came, and about 500 of them stayed afterwards, and most of them were young men, you know, and just one of them after the other comes up to me, and they shake my hand, and they say, look, I've been listening to what you've been saying for 6 months, and it's changed my life. It's like I was depressed, I was addicted to drugs, my relationships weren't working out, I was hopeless, I didn't have any goal. I started cleaning up my room and telling the truth and working hard on myself, and it's really working, and I just want to thank you for helping me. And I thank God, it's so sad that so many of these men, you know, they've not had an encouraging bloody word, a real encouraging word in their entire life. It just takes a little bit of encouragement and care so that they're willing to set themselves straight to some degree and start trying. It's just a catastrophe that's so rare in their life.
But it's the pressure, though. I understand the pressure, but God built us different. Did you just tell me that? I'm 23. So sometimes there's a lot put on us, but it's put on us because we're the ones that can take it. Jared may not think he can sometimes. Jared may get messed up sometime, but Jared can wear these shoes. That's why Jared has it. You understand me? But Jared ain't asked for it. Too bad. Jared has a destiny that Jared can't run from. And Jared ain't no coward, I already know that. Right? So Jared may as well make up his mind and let's go. You gotta ride that horse, son. I'm sorry. You gotta ride that horse. I rode it. You ain't gotta ride it till the wheels come off, but you gotta ride it. You understand me? You gotta ride it till you get where you wanna be in life, then you can get off of it. But we're gonna ride that horse. That's just what we gotta do, all right? My man.
Being lazy, we need to shower, we have to get up, clean the fish, being lazy, do got stuff to do. Did you make that bed, switch out the laundry? You still have to do that, you're overdue. Everybody in the family is overdue. Is your insurance? Being lazy, we need to shower, we have to get up, clean the fish, being lazy, do got stuff to do. Did you make that bed, switch out the laundry? You still have to do that, you're overdue. Everybody in the family is overdue. Is your insurance?
Master, moving stones around is one thing. This is totally different.
No different. Only different in your mind. You must unlearn what you have learned.
Alright, I'll give it a try.
No. Try not. Do. Or do not. There is no try.
Ow! Jesus, what was that for?
for?
It doesn't matter. It's in the past.
Yeah, but it still hurts.
Oh, yes, the past can hurt. But the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it.
I wish none of this had happened.
So do all who live to see such times. But that is not for them to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us.
And no matter what you do, that seed will grow to be a peach tree. You may wish for an apple or an orange, but you will get a peach.
But a peach cannot defeat Tai Lung.
Maybe it can, if you are willing to guide it, to nurture it, to believe in it.
But how? How? I need your help, Master.
No, you just need to believe.
I'm drawn across the universe to someone I haven't seen in a decade, who I know is probably dead. Love is the one thing we're capable of perceiving that transcends dimensions of time and space.
You could be the master of your fate, you could be the captain of your soul, but you have to realize that life is coming from you and not at you. And that takes time.
I work 55 hours a week, and I come home, and she never fails me. My little angel is there waiting for me before I even have a chance to pull in to the garage. I want to show you guys this. As soon as she hears that garage door open, you guys see that? That's the reason why I don't give up. That I can't give up. Because I have people who love me and who care about me. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't mean to do that. Look at that. This is what I come home to every single day. Hi, beautiful.
Hi.
I love you.
Love you too.
So what you waiting on? What? Do you dream, Elliot? You scraping so hard like you ain't never asked yourself this before. I said, do you want to be here right now? And I don't mean like here. I mean here in a cosmic sense, bro. Like, existence could be beautiful or it could be ugly. But that's on you.
I'm trying to tell you the truth about myself.
I don't care about the truth about yourself. This story is too predictable.
Predictable, really? What happens in the end?
Beautiful things don't ask for attention. Why do I fall in love with every woman I see who shows me the least bit of attention?
You may be in your darkest hour. Know that night don't last forever. There's a morning coming in your life. Stay down till you come up.
You know, he was my dad. I think every kid thinks like that about his dad. His dad is like, your dad's your protector. Your dad is like the coolest guy in the world. That's what you like.
And then, you know, as you get older, you know, when you're a kid, you don't necessarily understand or even appreciate what your dad is trying to do for you. But it's only when you get older, you step back, you move out the house, maybe even start a family on your own, you start to really realize, man, what that man meant to me. My dad, what he tried to teach me, all the lessons.
Who's my hero? It's a great question. Well, I think my dad is my hero because he's someone that I look up to every day. And my dad.
Go
life of being worthless, you skated something to give our school a good reputation.
Well, between you and me, Mr. Iwamoto, I'd say he probably saved that little kid on accident while he was trying to knock him down and steal all his lunch money.
What do you suppose is more disgraceful, that boy shouting in misery or your insensitive and idiotic? At first I was so surprised.
You know, bro, if you don't sacrifice for what you want becomes the sacrifice.
I may lose today, and I might lose tomorrow. In fact, I might lose for a year straight. But in the end, I'll win. Sometimes being knocked down isn't a choice, but staying down is. And it's a choice that can defy your life. Now it's up to you to get up. Motivation gets you going, but discipline keeps you going. Something I realized lately is that everyone at some point or another has had motivation to become great. But the sad truth is, not everyone is great. So I asked myself, what is the difference between most of the world and people who are great and successful? Well, the answer, as trivial as it is consistency. Consistency is a key part of discipline. You think the person who became a self-made millionaire after business at the age of 20 wanted to sacrifice so much time? No. They stayed disciplined and consistent. Most things that you're working towards, discipline could get you. But you have to understand, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. And the fact that everyone's not doing it is what gives it value.
If it doesn't come bursting out of you in spite of everything, don't do it. Unless it comes unasked out of your heart and your mind and your mouth and your gut, don't do it. If you have to sit for hours staring at your computer screen or hunched over your typewriter searching for words, don't do it. If you're doing it for money or fame, don't do it. If you're doing it because you want women in your bed, don't do it. If you have to sit there, rewrite it again and again, don't do it. If it's hard work, just thinking about doing it, don't do it. If you're trying to write like somebody else, forget about it. If you have to wait for it to roar out of you, then wait patiently. If it never does roar out of you, do something else. If you first have to read it to your wife, to your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your parents or to anybody at all, you're not ready. Don't be like so many writers. Don't be like so many thousands of people who call themselves writers. Don't be dull and boring and pretentious. Don't be consumed with self-love. The libraries of the world have yawned themselves to sleep over your kind. Don't add to that. Don't do it. Unless it comes out of your soul like a rocket. Unless being still will drive you to madness or suicide or murder, don't do it. Unless the sun inside you is burning your gut, don't do it. When it is truly time, and if you have been chosen, it will do it by itself, and it will keep on doing it until you die or it dies in you. There's no other way, and there never was.
Everybody says discipline is so important, but they never want to tell you why. I'll tell you why discipline is so important. It's the strongest form of self-love. It's ignoring something you want right now for something better later on. Discipline reveals the commitment you have to your dreams, especially on days where you don't want to. The future you is depending on the current you to keep the promises you made to yourself yesterday.
Yo man, from day one you made me laugh. Have fun on the lives, learn and motivate me to live longer. But since I've lost everything in life, I want to make end at it thanks also. Bro, NT, do not do that, man. NT, keep your head up, bro. There's always light at the end of the tunnel, bro. If you feel like nobody loves you and cares about you, somebody does. And if you genuinely think nobody does care about you, bro, I care about you, bro. Keep fucking going, man. Keep your stick on the fucking ice. Everyone goes through hard trials and tribulations. You gotta get back up! Get back up!
Then I'll tell you what changed my whole life when I finally discovered it's all risky. The minute you were born, it got risky. If you think trying is risky, wait till they hand you the bill for not trying. If you think investing is risky, wait till you get the tab for not investing. See, it's all risky. Getting married is risky. Having children is risky. Going into business is risky. Investing your money is risky. It's all risky. I'll tell you how risky life is. You're not going to get out alive.
The idea, the modern idea is you're supposed to accept yourself. I think that's an insane idea, by the way. Really, I can't think of a more nihilistic idea than that you're already okay. It's like, no, you're not. And the reason you're not is because you could be way more than you are. And so what do you want to be? You want to be okay as you are? Or do you want to strive towards what's better?
What I tell people is the best advice that I've ever heard, the best advice I ever came up with, is that live your life like you're the hero in your movie. And right now is when the fucking movie starts and your life is a shitbag disaster, like every fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where he wakes up and makes a blender full of pizza and ice cream, and that's what he, you know what I mean? Yeah. Those guys where they're like on the brink, they put the gun in their mouth and they put it down to see a photo of their daughter. Pretend that's you. Pretend you are, right now, you are in the part of the movie that starts and it shows you as a fucking loser. And just decide not to be a loser anymore. Live your life like there's a documentary crew following you around and you are analyzing your own behavior. Do what you would want to do so that your kids one day would look back at it and see that documentary and look on it with pride, like, wow, my dad was a bad motherfucker. He really did what he had to do. Wow, my mom really got her shit together. I love a success story, but even more than a success story, I like a dude who fucks his life up and then gets it back together again story. Those are my favorite stories.
I believe that God knows everything about you. From the time you're born, when you're gonna be born, when you're gonna die, when you're gonna graduate, buzz, whatever's gonna happen to you, he knows all this shit. Some people never do what God knows you're capable of doing because we have choices. My biggest fear in life was to get to heaven and God look at me as I'm being judged, and I was some fat 300-pound guy like I used to be that still sprayed for cockroaches. That's okay. It's what you want to do. I didn't want to do that. And I made $1,000, a month. And I got to heaven and God laid out this chart in front of me. And he said, hey man, look at this chart. And it had my name on top of all this amazing shit. And I'm like, that's not me, man. He goes, that's who you were supposed to be. I walked in the recruiter's office and he looked at me and he said, you're fat and you're black. I said, I want to be a Navy SEAL. He laughed at me. 7 other recruiters laughed at me. One recruiter finally said, I basically had to lose 106 pounds in less than 3 months. I came back 3 months later, 106 pounds lighter. Thank you. Niggas gone. My ass on. I've been on my own. I've been on my own. I fell on my face. I carry the ball in the ball.
There's 1,000 ways to say this, but listen, because I'm only going to say it once. My dad left my mom when I was in 2nd grade with 6 kids, so I have 5 brothers and sisters, and that was the only picture I had of him. So when I got older and I graduated from my rehab when I was 21, that was the only picture I had, and I told myself that I want to be a better man. I want to be bigger than him. I'm never going to be anything like him. So every day I would look in the mirror at the gym. I remember that picture. And it started out when I was, just getting started. And I envisioned myself being bigger, and I pushed myself, and I fought. Every day I push myself. It bothers me so much. That's the reason why I defend my natural status, is because I fought for it. Because no one gave it to me. Because it was just me alone in the gym, me alone in the mirror, me alone in my head. No one did it for me. I worked for it, and I'm never going to let someone else take that from me.
The more you put in, the more you get out.
Get back to fucking work. It's time to get back to work.
The best way to contend with problems, with issues, with adversity is action, is by taking action.
From that day forward, I made a promise that I will give it everything I got. That way I'm a winner no matter what.
You must fucking suffer. You must suffer.
It sucks. I'm drowning. I'm miserable. I'm suffering. I'm broken, but I'm not going anywhere.
The only difference between most of you and me. The only difference between me and you is I wanted it more. I wanted it more.
It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go to that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks.
You could turn anything in life into something if you just keep showing up.
One foot in front of the other, one step at a time. Next thing you know, you're at the top of the mountain.
A lot of people can take one more step, but they choose not to. I don't know if you can take 2 steps. You got to answer that question after you take the first step. Once you say, I'm not going to quit, this is the 40%. When you quit, your mind says, we're done. So it doesn't expand. There's no expansion when you quit. When you say, fuck you, this sucks, I'm drowning, I'm miserable, I'm suffering, I'm broken, but I'm not going anywhere. What happens to your mind is it does this. It says, fuck, he's not leaving. So we gotta expand, we gotta grow, we gotta figure this fucking thing out. So then these compartments in your brain, they have to work. They have to work. And then you start to engage parts of your mind that you never engaged before.
I want to see what you do when you're tired. Let me see how you push yourself. Come on, man. Get up. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. The next day.
No one's gonna fucking come to help me. No one's gonna fucking come to help me. It's fucking me against me, period. And so I had to man up. And I said, the first thing I gotta start doing is facing every fucking fear I have.
If you think the price of winning is too high, wait till you get the bill from regret.
Life ain't about medals, ain't about fucking certificates, it ain't about houses, money, cars, fame, all that bullshit. It's about scars. So when you get judged, when everything is said and done with, you won't get judged on your medals. You get judged on your scars. Those scars show your willingness to get to the other side. They show your failures. They show your willingness to start from scratch. They show what you're willing to do to go the distance, to see what you're capable of. There's not a motherfucker that's up. There's not a car, there's not a person. Everybody's in their bed, sleep, dreading that it's a Monday, hate it's a Monday. And I'm loving it. I'm loving that where everybody's getting weaker, I'm getting stronger. It's not about the running, the swimming, the push-ups, the sit-ups. It's about what those things do for your mentality. You don't get better on the daggone couch. You get better by coming out here and getting the fuck after it every daggone day. Stay hard.
Don't focus on being, focus on doing. Don't be a writer, write. Don't be an athlete, train. Don't be an artist, create. There are 2 types of people. Those who care about how the world sees them, and those who care about how they change the world. One wins awards, and the other wins.
Quote of the day, quote of the day. Your biggest enemy in life is yourself. Your biggest enemy in life is the man in the mirror. It doesn't matter what anybody tells you, what you can and can't do. All that matters is the conversation that you have with yourself, my boy. If you don't love yourself, how will anyone love you? If you don't respect yourself, how will anyone respect you?
Most people ain't never put in no work for any. Most people don't even believe in themselves because you don't believe it. No, I'm serious. It's true. Whoa. Think about the reason people don't act on the action. You hear people all the time. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do. Why do people not move forward? Because they haven't stood on the promises that they made to themselves. So what happens is over time you lose confidence. You lose confidence in yourself. That's why people don't invest in themselves. Oh, I don't know if it's gonna work. You know it's gonna work. You don't know if you're gonna do the work.
Yes.
That's what it comes down to.
Today is the youngest day of your life. Let me explain. This is the youngest you will ever be for the rest of your life. I don't care if you're 15 years old, 25 years old, 65 years old. Today is the youngest you will be for the rest of your life. Now you have 2 options. You can let life pass you by, or you can go with my option. You can grab life by the fucking throat and get after it every single day.
Set a time to train at that time. Set a time to go to sleep at that time. Set a time to get up at that time. Don't tell yourself you need to do something and then don't do it. That's what I was talking about with Ariel. I knew in my head I was saying, get up at this time. I didn't get up at that time. Train at this time. I didn't train at that time. Don't eat this. I ate that. Don't drink that. I drank it. And these all just infiltrate my mental strength.
Just little kind of defeats.
Exactly, little defeats instead of wins. And it just culminates into, and you just don't want to be here. So I'm just figuring myself out like I've never figured myself out before.
You gotta understand the amount of motherfuckers that said it's a waste of fucking time, I'll never be able to do it, it's not a real fucking job. The amount of motherfuckers that never believed in me, bro. The amount of motherfuckers that'll tell you that you can't do something because they can't imagine themselves doing something. Bro, do not let anyone tell you shit, bro. Do not let anyone tell you anything, bro. You can literally do whatever the fuck you want. You can literally do anything you set your fucking mind to, bro. Do not take shit from anybody, bro. The world is yours, bro. Charlie,
my restless dreams.
I never took education seriously. I had a 2.6 GPA, okay? I didn't take any honors, AP classes, nothing. Maybe I took honors English. Maybe. I don't even fucking remember. The guidance counselor said I'd be a failure. The teacher said I'd be a failure. One of my teachers, my business teacher, said, when are you gonna start taking life seriously? Back then I was already streaming. I was already putting in hours, Charlie. But I never let anyone know that, Chesterfield. Because it's not about the hours that they know about. It's about what you do in the dark room when it's you and your thoughts. And you gotta control your destiny!
You have to want it. You have to want to be better.
Obsession's gonna be talent every time. You got all the talent in the world, but are you obsessed?
You gotta want it as bad as you want to breathe.
And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
You got your goals written down, you got your 22 push-ups, and your dick is harder than a fucking missile. You understand me? Fuck the world, fuck what they're telling you. It's you and me against all these motherfuckers, hand-to-hand combat on a daily. You understand me? And if your thought process ain't like that, bend over and Vaseline that asshole, because that ain't gonna get no better for you.
Be the guy who embraces the ugly, the miserable. Be the guy who embraces hard work, the grind. Don't be afraid of being hurt. Don't be afraid of sacrificing some blood. America's greatness.
Must test your resolve, man.
Yes, he does.
Must test your ability to go the distance. I guess what's gonna happen? He's gonna find out where his world ends and yours begins.
Last thing, I'm not crazy, motherfuckers. I'm just not you. Stay hard.
You don't know me, son?
Get it. 18.
You know me, son?
Get it. 19.
You know me, son?
Yeah. 20. You got some more. 21. Yeah, get it again. Come on, we want to see it.
The one, the only John Paul.
You can do this. You have to achieve failure. Nobody wants to go that far. It's too scary. You know something? I got news for you. That's where winning is. I'd rather die. I would rather die than be that loser guy. No risk. Might even work out. I said, welcome to the pain zone. It's where we live.
I wanted to kill them.
Well, I can tell. Why did I'm laughing nervously? You really felt that way? You wanted?
Yeah.
Fame and celebrity, there's pitfalls for it. But I am no celebrity. People mistake me for a celebrity. I break people's faces for money and bounce.
I'm gonna be in your face pressing you, trying to rip your head off every second of that fight. You don't deserve this.
I'm bitter.
I will show you, but you don't deserve this. I will die to beat you. Know that.
Alright. Be prepared to do that.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that.
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah, tomorrow night I'm gonna smash your boy, guys. I'm gonna smash your boy.
Is it frustrating to train like you did and then have this in 7 or 8 seconds?
For this fight, I only trained probably 2 weeks or 3 weeks for this fight. I had to bury my best friend, and I dedicated this fight. I wasn't gonna fight. I dedicated this fight to him. I was gonna rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
You don't make men safe by making them weak. In fact, they're much more dangerous when they're weak because they'll stab you in the back when you get the chance. You make men safe, let's say, by making them strong and then by making sure that they're disciplined.
You don't start things and not finish them. You don't quit. There's nothing that comes out of quitting besides knowing that you didn't finish. We finish everything. You start it, finish it. If you're going to do it to try and be the best. Not be better than other people, be the best for you.
Man, shut the fuck up.
Don't make excuses. Don't blame any other person.
You're running out of time and running out of excuses and running out of people to blame.
You have to face yourself.
If you can do this, you can do anything.
Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth.
All the energy and fuel you need is right in yourself.
Lead yourself and your team and the people in your life. Lead them all to victory.
There is no excuse for not being the hardest worker. Yeah, someone might be bigger, stronger, faster, quicker, younger, whatever else, but there is no excuse to not be the hardest fucking worker there. And when you believe that you have the ability to do something, that the life that you're living right now is going down this direction, you fucking hate where it is. There is nothing else to do but to change direction. A belief that I cannot go that way anymore, I gotta go this way. And what do you have to lose? You know the outcome if you continue the same shit. Why not just commit one time in your life to something? See what happens. There are no losers.
Get back to fucking work. It's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast. Don't be on social media too much. Cut out all the fucking noise. Get back to the fucking mental lab. Because that's where the knowledge came from.
It's on you.
What do you want to be in life?
You gotta want it as bad as you want to breathe.
Come on, you bitch! You scared coward! There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow!
Get your fucking shit on, man.
Go get some. Fortify your mind. Say to yourself, it's not over until I win.
Seize this very minute what you can do, or even dream you can do, and begin it.
For a long time today. He said, Nietzsche said, I know of no better life purpose than to perish in attempting the great and impossible. The fact that something seems impossible shouldn't be a reason to not pursue it. That's exactly what makes it worth pursuing. Where would the courage and greatness be if success was certain and there was no risk? The only true failure is shrinking away from life's challenges.
Nailed that one also.
2 for 2.
Nailed that one also.
You're one in a million, you know? When you're actually sitting down and talking to me, you know? Most people don't give a damn. But it's all right, you know, when it comes down to it, I came in this world by myself, and when I die, I'm going to be the only one in that coffin. And so really all I guess that matters is me, I guess. I don't know. I think people matter, but the more I'm starting to see, less and less.
You matter, bro.
I feel that way about you too, man. You matter. I mean, you care. It's sad to see that most people don't.
You know, this world today is tough. It's tough for young people.
Obsession is going to be talent every time. You got all the talent in the world, but are you obsessed? is it all you ever think about? Let's face it, it's you against you out there. When you walk on that court, you have to think, I am the best guy out there.
Regardless of what's happening in the world today, you have opportunity.
To keep on chasing.
I remember when I first started comedy, my dream was to one day headline Madison Square Garden, and I would tell people that, and they would all usually roll their eyes, or they'd kind of laugh at the notion of it. I told you that that was my dream. Boy. And I said, one day I want to headline Madison Square Garden, and I remember you stopped what you were doing, and you looked me in the eyes, and you said, I'll see you there. Wow. And it was like really important to me because I felt like I wasn't the only person that believed it could happen. Wow. And I know as you get older, you know, sometimes things become harder to remember, but I remember everything. I remember all the time you put into me and all the effort that you made and how much you always believed in me and supported me, and this made all the difference. Absolutely. Yeah. So the reason I brought you here is, I wanted to say thank you for being the most amazing dad ever. And the other reason I want to bring you here is because I want to let you know that when my tour comes to New York, I'm going to be headlining Madison Square Garden. Wow. So I'll see you there. You definitely will see me there. Love you so much.
What I will ask you though is, can you give me one more day? I'm not asking you for a week. I'm not asking you for a month. I'm not asking you for a year. Can you give me one more day?
I don't know why we want to take the hardest road. I don't know why the man above gives me the hardest road, but it's nothing the man above don't put you in situations that you can't handle. And I just kept that same positive attitude, like, instead of saying, why me? They're saying this is what he want me to do. And Cleveland, this is for you. You got one, baby. You got one, baby. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. I wanted this so bad, man. I love you, man. I wanted this so bad. It means everything, man. It means everything. I made a promise to her. Like I said, I was gonna go D1. I was gonna get out of Richmond. I was gonna get out of Oakland. I was gonna live my dreams, play the NFL. And I'm here, man. I completed the promise. That means every fucking thing to me.
I thank the front office, the ownership for believing in me.
Since I first got here, I never stopped working. Today was when all the work paid off, and God put me in a position, and I just try to take advantage of my opportunities.
What does it mean to you, Derek?
Everything, man. I work my ass off, bro.
And they're way on. The MVP chance go up for Steph Curry.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Shh. Oh, look at that. He's sleeping. An ancient titan slumbering in the earth. Yeah, man. What should we name him? Robert. That's good. What do you think he's dreaming about? I don't know, man. But I had a dream once that I was a rock. And I didn't have to worry about anything. No worries, no stress, no 401k. I just had to be a rock. I wonder if the rock is dreaming about us and all the things that we get to do. Like walk around and eat food and have friends. It's probably dreaming about how nice it is to be a person.
I was broke. Bro, look. Nigga,
Last time I asked my mom for some money, bro, was when I was in college, bro. Nigga, I used to walk around that campus like, damn, like, I used to walk around that campus like, bro, how am I gonna get, like, I don't have no money, bro. Everybody was good, bro, and I asked my mom, every time I asked my mom for some money, she always gave it to me. No hesitation, bro, no hesitation, bro, no hesitation, nigga. Bro, shout out to Phantom, I see Phantom in the chat, I see Talil, Phantom, bro, you done changed my life, bro. Like, if you ain't believe in me, bro, I don't know, I would have never hit it this quick, I swear. All my AAP members, bro, Davis, Agent, everybody, I appreciate all y'all. Puga, Talil, bro, everybody that helped me. Everybody that helped me, I thank them so much. Everybody, whether it's a congrats, whether it's anything, bro.
I'm proud of you, son. I'm proud of the man you've become. The man you fought so hard to be. I'm proud of the wars you fought inside your head. And you made it through. I know you thought about overdosing, stepping out in front of a car, eating your gun. I know. Trust me, brother, I know. But I want you to know that you're a man. And I love you. And I'm proud of you. And you don't have to give up.
If God just came down and gave you a laptop or a computer or a phone and said, you have the chance to send an email to Casimano. What would you write in that email to Cos?
Wow, oh shit. How did I do?
I'm home with moonlight on the river, saying my goodbyes.
And he sent me an email, and I just want to read you a little bit. He says, son, first of all, I'd like to congratulate you for being a great person and accomplishing your dream of being drafted and having the opportunity to play professional football. You have made me a proud father. I am so proud of the young man you have become. What would you like to say to your dad? Oh, you can imagine the emotion that the two of them have shared.
I want to tell my dad that I love him. I miss you, dog. You've been a positive influence on my life for my whole entire life. So I just want to thank you and let you know that I love you, man. And we did it.
A family member to be here on this field with the confetti.
Man, it's a blessing, man. I know my pop's smiling, man. I wish you could see it, you know, but I know he's smiling, man. Been going through a lot the last few days, but man, it makes sense now. It makes sense, bro. It makes sense, man.
Many people say you're their hero, but who's your hero?
Who's my hero? That's a great question. Well, I think my dad is my hero because he's someone that I look up to every day. And
I want to thank the front office, the ownership for believing in me.
I'd like to thank my mom up here who
What you're feeling right now?
I set out a goal 2 years when I came back to bring a championship to this city. I gave everything that I had. I poured my heart, my blood, my sweat, my tears to this game, and against all odds, against all odds. I don't know why we want to take the hardest road. I don't know why the man above gives me the hardest road, but it's nothing the man above don't put you in situations that you can't handle. And I just kept that same positive attitude, like instead of saying why me, they're saying this is what he want me to do. And Cleveland, this is for you. Oh.
What does it mean to you, Derek?
Everything, man. I work my ass off, bro. I wouldn't have did this for the franchise, the organization, the fans, everybody, man. I wouldn't be able to play the way I play.
Ray Allen, and now Stephen Curry, and an emotional hug here with his father, Dale Curry.
Melbourne, Australia, when Frederick was playing professionally. Then settled down in West Orange, New Jersey. A Nets fan as a kid, growing up, dreaming.
My mom is 84 years old, and she's at home watching. Mom, I just won an Oscar.
We are grateful to you. Thank you.
Don't take me and don't say I'm a hero. I'm no hero. I was lucky. I'm here. All the heroes are dead, and I'll never forget them as long as I live. All I know is normally veterans love one another beyond the love of women. If you was in a hole in the ground with a boat, you got to know him. Marvellous men. My generation saved the world. Because don't forget any of them.